are you doing today? I think you must be doing great. And this is Parvez Chaudhary. Again, warmly welcome to all of you on this learning platform, Global Studies Aspirants. And friends, as you can see on your computer screen, that today we're gonna talk about the history of English literature. And in history of English literature, we're gonna talk about the Anglo-Norman period. Fine. And the time period is 1066 to 1350. Fine. I hope you must be getting. And all those students, friends, who wanna view my earlier videos, my previous videos, they can visit the channel and they can view all my previous videos. Fine. So let's don't make any kind of delay. Let's get into the topic. Fine. Just a moment. Here you can view on your computer screen, friends. Then here the historical introduction. Let's talk about the historical introductions. Here the name Norman. Actually, the name Norman came into existence. That's first of all, it is a very soft form of Northman. Fine. It was a soft form, you can call, and who generally tells its own story. Fine. I hope you must be getting. And the man who bore the name came ultimately from Scandinavia. Fine. And they were in appearance, they were very bands of big blonde like white peoples and fearless men cruising, hanging around here and there, and after plunder and adventure in their Viking ships. You know what they did? That after plunder and adventure in their Viking ships, they hanging here and there and bringing terror wherever they appeared, wherever they went, and they brought terror with them. Fine. I hope you must be getting. Let's move forward here in the next passage. Here it was these same children of Woden. Fine. And they were act like the same children of Woden who under the Danes Raven flag. Fine. Raven flag means you can call like the black crow. Fine. The group of black crow. Fine. You can call it. Fine. And they blotted out, actually they distracted, they demolished the Northumbrian civilization in the 9th century, and later the same race of men came plundering along the French coast, and after that they also plundering along the French coast and conquered the whole northern country. Fine. The complete northern country they conquered. Fine. And they controlled over. Fine. But here the results were different. Fine. The result were altogether completely different. Fine. Because instead of blurring out, instead of complete destructions, you can call the super civilizations, they didn't distract the super civilizations completely, but here instead of that, like the Danes had done in their time, and instead of that they promptly abandoned their own. It was left abandoned. Fine. I hope you must be getting. Let's move over just a moment. Here the historical introductions, and the second paragraph here, the next one. Their name of Normandy still clings to the new home. Actually, wherever they went, when they went to the next home, then still the Normandy name was associated with them. Fine. But all else, that Norse disappeared. But here what happened ultimately here, friends, that's this term Norse disappeared. Fine. As the conquerors intermarried with the native Franks, you know, finally as a result, then when they intermarried with the native Franks, you know, so consequently that's the name Norse disappeared. Fine. I hope you must be getting, students and friends. And let's further here. Then they further accepted French ideals, French principles, and spoke the French language and started speaking the French language. Fine. So rapidly did they adopt and improve the Roman civilization of the natives, and very rapidly they adopt and improve the Roman civilizations like the natives, and in the form of a root tribe of heathen Vikings. Actually they were from a root tribe of heathen Vikings. They had developed within single century. Fine. They had developed themselves within single century into the most polished and intellectual people in all the Europe, in entire Europe. Fine. I hope you must be getting, friends. Let's move on the next passage over here. the union of Norse and French, Roman Gallic you can call, togetherly the Norse and French people, the blood had here produced a race. Further they produced a race, a caste you can call, having the base qualities of both, which were having the base qualities of both, fine, simultaneously. One side was one side were willpower and the energy, and the other side were the eager curiosity and the vivid imaginations, fine. The other side were eager curiosity and the vivid imaginations, fine. So it was the historical introduction, friends. Let's move forward. One more slides is still left. Here the two more passages. Let's go through the passage here. When these Norman French people appeared in Anglo-Saxon England, they brought, actually when they appeared here, finally when they exposed themselves in the Anglo-Saxon England, they brought with them three major things, like first one, a lively Celtic disposition. The first one was a lively Celtic disposition, and the second was vigorous and bold and progressive, flourished, laden civilization, right? The second one was vigorous and progressive, laden civilization, and the third one was a Romance language they introduced, right? And the second one, here we are to think of the conquerors, right? We are to think of the conquerors. Therefore, as they thought and they speak of themselves, and in the same way they thought and they spoke of themselves. In the Domesday book, here this the books, it was mentioning over the about all their virtues, right, and vices, fine, and all their contemporary literature, not as Normans but as Francy, and all their contemporary literature, and but not like as a Normans but as a Francy, because finally they adopted all the cultural and all educational you can call here rituals or traditions like French people. So ultimately they can call the Frenchmen, fine. So I hope friends, you must be getting this little lecture, and I sincerely appeal to all of you that please subscribe the channel and press the bell icon. If you didn't subscribe the channel, then please subscribe first and press the bell icon, so you'll be getting all the essential notifications on your phone, fine. And friends, actually we need a great support from all of you. We need your great love, your support, your everything, whatever you actually here this is the time to say goodbye, fine. And so thank you for watching this video. We'll meet again in the very next video. Till then, thank you so much. Bye.